picture for just how small and potentially helpless she may have been. This investigation ended up prompting the question, how safe is TikTok really? In an amazing turn of events, Lakerika ended up being found and returned safe and sound, which is truly the best outcome for this really scary situation. I'm so glad that she ended up being okay and that this story has a happy ending. In our number 7 spot today, we have Arlene Martinez. Earlier this year, a TikTok user was away from the platform for a while, but it wasn't long before fans found out what happened and it was all over the news. A 20-year-old TikToker named Arlene
I'm gonna quit my me, but I'm gonna be a heavy cruiserweight. I had to be 140 ounces. Because of Superstar Meal.
Out a scene in which she was struggling with the people who
yeah, we don't talk about
turn of events. For some unknown reason, a loaded used as a prop in the video, and it ended up
119 ounces, 114 ounces.
Video posted of what the scene was like before this fatal moment. There's been
no, I had to be 130. I had to be 130.
Memories with others. Moving on to our number 6 spot. Okay, so this one is about a person who
the Golf 57
more successful
body customization.
Similar app that is made by the same creators of TikTok.
This is actually my dream character for some reason.
TikToker and Vigo star, who goes by the name Jasmine on the apps, went missing from Delhi, where she had traveled to for a performance. Jasmine's husband filed a missing persons report on January 7th. He said that she had left on December 31st for the performance and her phone was switched off on December 2nd and no one had heard from her since. Police quickly began their investigation and news began to spread of her disappearance. 10 days after the husband had filed the missing persons report, we finally heard some news. Jasmine actually ended up resurfacing and told a local channel that she had to run away because her husband and family-in-law tortured her. She said she never disappeared and that if you checked her husband's phone records, you would see that they had been in contact. This story is so crazy and has so many twists and turns in it. I'm really glad that Jasmine was able to get herself out of a dangerous situation and then she ended up being okay. Moving on to number 5 and our halfway mark. This story is a little bit different, but is super interesting. In 2016, a woman came home to find that her husband had left the house that they shared with their 2 children. She tried as hard as she could to find him, but was never able to find out where he went. She even filed the missing persons report with the police, but to no avail. Fast forward 3 years later to 2019, and a family relative thinks that she spots the husband in a video on TikTok. She, of course, quickly forwards it to the wife for confirmation.
How about like
this? That it is her husband and shows it to the police right away.
Let me check my hair on the camera. Yes, I definitely have brown hair. I touched the camera. I don't know. I left. Oh no, that's not color my eyes. I had to do this color. I had to do this, I think. Brown. Brown eyes.
The police ended up being
got it.
down and confirmed that it really was him. It's so crazy how the For You page literally helped solve a missing persons case. Moving on to number 4. In July of last year, 2
I don't want face paint on. I look like a dummy.
Danish and Ashik were out for an evening walk when they arrived at a bridge. On the bridge was a group of people around their age who were performing different kinds of stunts and tricks to film for TikToks. The boys decided to join in on the fun, and Danish ended up climbing onto the railing of the bridge before diving into the water below while Ashik filmed. After he captured the video, Ashik followed his friend and climbed over the railing to jump in the water as well. Danish ended up being rescued immediately by local divers, who luckily just happened to be in the area. But unfortunately, Ashik could once they were called. Lots of people tried to help in the search but were unsuccessful. It's really sad that what was supposed to be harmless fun turned into something so sad.
I need boots or shoes.
Moving on to number 3. Okay, this
Generic.
one again, but I swear it is worth it because this story is pretty wild. Earlier this year, a group of teenagers were on a beach on Seattle to play around and shoot some TikToks. They ended up spotting something to investigate. Of course,
Black with
they
a
on video to later be edited into a TikTok.
black,
They realized that it was a
white, black and white. Yep, got that one.
As they got closer to the suitcase, they realized it
That's
smelled
it for everything.
One girl ended up opening up the suitcase and it shows something wrapped in a garbage bag. This is when the teens rightfully decided to call the police before investigating any further. The police came and searched the whole area and found another bag as well. It turns out that the bags actually contained 2 bodies. This is where the police investigation began and shortly after led police to the killer. The bodies were identified
Royal
as Jessica
Rumble.
and it turns out
Yes, Mog Point.